Albany, rattling sabers amid a standoff. Democratic Party officials presented a pair of ultimatums to two warring factions in the New York State Senate if a reconciliation is not achieved in 2018, along with an outline of a possible deal to end the long-running feud. The warnings, and hint of a possible rapprochement, came as a result of a letter from Byron Brown, the Buffalo mayor who is also chairman of the New York State Democratic Party, and several other high-ranking party officials. The letter was addressed to the heads of two Democratic clans, Senator Andrea Stewart Cousins, who leads a group of 23 mainstream Democrats, and Senator Jeffrey Klein, who guides the Independent Democratic Conference, a renegade group of 8 Democrats who collaborate with Republicans in Albany's upper chamber. The IDC's arrangement with the GOP, which has afforded Mr. Klein and his cohort perks like committee chairmanships and bigger staffs, has been a constant source of party friction during the nearly 7 years under Gov. Andrew M. Cuomo, a Democrat who has been blamed by some critics for not forging a deal between the two groups. That criticism has markedly increased since the election of President Trump, a development that awakened grassroots progressive groups in the state to the presence of the IDC, and galvanized calls for unity, something Mr. Cuomo has said he too stands for. But on Monday, the state party which Mr. Cuomo controls simultaneously offered an olive branch and threw down a gauntlet, telling Mr. Klein and Ms. Stewart Cousins that the price for continued bickering could come via primary challenges, for the IDC, or leadership changes, for the mainstream Democrats. The suggested deal would involve both the IDC and Ms. Stewart Cousins' group working together to win 2 empty seats in the Senate, giving them 32 Democrats in the 63-seat chamber, and then reunifying as co-leaders. As such, the letter continued, the leaders of each faction would attend meetings of legislative leaders with the governor, coordinate campaigns and refrain from primary challenges to sitting senators, and approve bills that come to the Senate floor. More intriguingly, the letter suggested that both sides would have the right to approve each other's deputies, something that seemingly would address a possible irritant to Mr. Klein, Michael N. Gianaris, Ms. Stewart Cousins's No. 2 and an outspoken critic of the IDC. Then came the ultimatums. If the IDC refuses to accept this offer, the state Democratic Party infrastructure would be prepared to unite in presenting primary challenges to IDC members. It read, if the main conference refuses to accept this solution, the same infrastructure would be prepared to unite in calling for a new leadership team committed to unifying all Democrats. Ms. Stewart Cousins, from Westchester County, was quick to respond, offering hope for an agreement, saying that her conference would be amenable to the type of coalition that was outlined in the letter. There is too much at stake for New Yorkers to wait any longer for their wishes to be fulfilled, she said.